So hello everyone, this is your Krishna from Women Today YouTube channel. So in this channel we have been interviewing many women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India. We are traveling to different cities and we are conducting offline interviews, and we are also conducting online interviews across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So today right now we are in Mumbai, and right in front of us is Falguni ma'am. So I welcome you, Falguni ma'am, to this Women Today YouTube channel. So she is a professional luxury bridal makeup artist. So please kindly introduce me about yourself, about the kind of work that you're doing to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Krishnan. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and honor to be a part of your show. And as he's already introduced me, I'm Falguni Kapasi. I'm a luxury bridal makeup artist from Mumbai. I mainly cater to brides, and I also do a lot of pageants and fashion and editorial, but definitely my main forte is bridal. So yeah, let us see how we go through the entire episode. I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of insights regarding how do we go about the bridal bookings, the prep, the skin prep, the entire process, and lot many secrets and hacks and insights about the entire bridal booking process.
That's a very wonderful introduction from you, ma'am. So my very first question is, so there is a lot of bridal makeup artists doing a lot of makeups over here. So what's your approach that makes you sure that each one has very unique kind of bridal makeup? Because I have to see myself unique from others. So tell us about your approach of this kind of makeup things, ma'am.
So, to be very honest, bridal approach caters to very customized kind of a thing. Like for every bride, she has her own aesthetics, her own preferences, how she likes to get dressed, how she visualizes herself as a bride. Because these days, every client or prospective client coming to us, they already have their mood boards ready. They have their preset set of preferences which they bring up to us, that this is the look that we are looking for. And firstly, before booking us, they actually have to match the aesthetics, like the aesthetics that they carry as their individual personality has to match with the kind of work that I am doing. Only then I can deliver as per their expectations. So that is one primarily very important thing that goes into consideration when a client is approaching you for their bridal bookings.
I understand what you. A very simple thing that both of your wavelength should match.
Exactly.
Yeah, only then you'll be able to understand and work with them.
Exactly.
So there is a lot of makeup trends happening over here.
Yeah.
So tell us about the most popular makeup trends that are existing right now, ma'am.
So, as we speak, you can say the trends are changing practically every season. With so many brands coming up every single day, every single brand is coming up with a new product every season. So it's very important for us as artists to keep ourselves updated with whatever the new products are launched in the market, and more than that, how to use them and incorporate them in our bridal makeups. So that is one thing. Regarding the kind of makeup trend that is running is a very soft and subtle, like a no makeup look, where your skin has to feel like your own skin. There is not a lot of colors used on the eyes. It's very neutral and softer tones which people are opting for the current season, with very soft lips, very glowy skin base, and neat and very clean and crisp aesthetically. So that is the trend that is actually going on currently.
I understand another one simple thing. Not to go too tough on you. It's very simple. It's how to make, how to be made at the right proportion.
Yes.
Like as we said, you were saying in the beginning, like have a very soft look.
Yeah.
That's it. Because having something soft will actually, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the bride has to feel like herself. So earlier the makeup used to be a little more heavier on the base. That is, if you consider the foundation, or in other terms, a lot of powdering and a lot of heavy eye makeup. But now the brides are coming to us saying that they want to feel like themselves. The only thing is we need to enhance their already existing features and make them look all the more balanced and beautiful and picture perfect.
The second thing is, okay, we have done our makeup perfect, but the second thought will be like, how do you make sure that whatever makeup that you put on to the bridal's face, tell us ma'am, how do you make sure that they are totally perfect till the end of the day? That
How does it last?
yeah, exactly, because there should be one single thing that will make your makeup last throughout the day, because there should not be any kind of flaws in between, because if you put the makeup like morning 9 a.m. it should be like till 9 p.m. it should be good. So is it possible, or what are the techniques do you actually make sure that the bridal have the best look till the end of the day, ma'am?
So, as I mentioned, we have so many technically or scientifically new products coming in the market every single day, and they are made specifically to make the makeup last for longer hours of time. So, that is one added advantage for us. But to make that work is also very important, because we should know how to use it in a right way. For that you need a very good skin prep. We need to understand the skin type of the client sitting on our chair, and based on that we decide what kind of products are going to suit her skin type. We also take into consideration the weather conditions in whichever city that we are doing. If the weather is going to be humid and a lot of like the Mumbai weather, if you say, then we have to ensure that we are using a proper lock-in system to keep the makeup intact for longer hours of time. So there are a lot of factors basically which we take into consideration as we decide what kind of products are we using for a particular client.
So yeah, you are making a thorough analysis of the bridals coming to you, and after getting the description details, then you're able to work with them in the right way.
Yes.
I understand, ma'am. So also tell us, ma'am, what's the process for planning and executing a wedding makeup trial? Because before each and every wedding, there should be some kind of makeup trials happening over here. So tell us about it, ma'am.
So makeup trial is a very tricky thing, honestly. So when I initially started off, I used to give trials to my brides, but it so happens, I have a mixed kind of experience with the brides. For the brides who are very well versed with the makeup and stuff, they would be like very prepared to look at themselves when I do the makeup on them for the trials, because basically when we are doing the makeup, it is done on your normal clothes. It is done without those camera studio setup lights, nor do we have those ring lights or anything in which they have to see themselves on the actual day. Plus there is no outfit, there is no jewelry. Our main concern for the trial is to make the brides understand how their skin is going to look and feel. So that is the main concern. So as I said, I had mixed experiences with the trial thing. Like there would be some brides who would be a little too overwhelmed when they look at themselves, and they would not be able to envision how the entire look is going to fall in place with the outfit and jewelry and lenses and lashes and your hair being done and your venue and all of that, the background setup and all of that. Whereas some would be able to, like actually envision. So since few years now, I have really stopped kind of giving trials to the brides. It's like what you see on my work profile is the kind of work that I am doing. But even then, if some brides still insist, then I make sure that I give them a proper consultation of what you have to look into when you are coming to me for a trial, Like it's basically you have to look into how your skin is going to look, how your base is going to look, how you're going to feel, whether you're feeling the weight of the foundation on the skin, whether you're feeling cakey on your skin, is your makeup looking patchy. That's the main focus of the trial. The eyeshadow, the other things which we are going to apply topically, that's the blush or the contour or the highlight or the lipsticks, all that is going to be enhanced a lot many more times on the actual day. So that is the main difference for the trials.
So I just want to tell one thing to the audience. It's very simple. Trust Falguni ma'am. If you trust Falguni ma'am, then everything will happen in place.
That's too kind of you.
Yeah, no need to worry about the makeup trails. That's what we are just talking about over here. So tell us ma'am, also do you work with special kind of skin, like if people have any kind of acne problems or any kind of hyperpigmentation, like if you want to work with them, like people who have acne and hyperpigmentation, so tell us about how do you work with them, ma'am?
So every individual coming to me is definitely with different skin concerns, different skin conditions, and all of that. So when I have a confirmed booking from my brides, that's the first thing I do the consultation with them regarding. So I ask them to either come and meet me in person if it is geographically and logistically possible, or else we connect over a video call, wherein I try and understand their lifestyle. What is the basic skincare that they are doing on a regular basis, like the daytime skincare and the nighttime skincare. If they have any specific skin concerns, like you mentioned about the hyperpigmentation or the acne, so I try to give them small tips and tricks which they can incorporate in their daily lifestyle, like the small homely hacks, like basically improving a little bit of your diet, keeping yourself more hydrated, having more of salads and fluids and all of that. Even if we consider, say, a minimum timeline of 6 months, we see, because the brides are naturally going to book you a minimum of 6 months prior. So that much time we generally as artists have in hand to give consultation to our brides. Only very rarely we have some brides who are just coming in last minute. So then if there is anything more which needs to be catered to, so then I would suggest that they visit a dermat and maybe take some medications. See, because at the end of the day, the better your skin, the better your makeup is definitely going to sit, and it will look also definitely 100 times more better if your skin is naturally good. So we can definitely hide the imperfections and the discolorations, I mean. But we cannot do anything regarding the pits and scars that you have. For that, you definitely have to visit a dermat, so which is beyond our control. So definitely all the discoloration and the pigmentation can be taken care of completely. But yes, it needs to be handled with the help of a dermat in case some people have more serious skin concerns, as sir mentioned.
So tell us, ma'am, so if there is going to be a last minute kind of changes or any kind of last minute request that bridal keeps in front of you, especially during the wedding day, so how do you actually handle it, ma'am?
So I'll tell you something. When we book the brides, we generally do a lot of consultations, wherein once they have their outfits decided, once they have their jewelry decided, I'm always available for my brides, if they require any guidance in terms of all this process also. But if they are sorted, but then I definitely ask them that you please share the pictures of your outfits and jewelry once you have them, and then we go on to the planning of the entire look, keeping in mind where is the venue, if it is an indoor wedding or an outdoor wedding, what is the kind of if it is going to be windy or breezy outside, or if it is going to be very humid. So depending on that, we decide upon what kind of hair needs to be done. See, because if it's going to be windy and breezy, and if the bride asked me to leave the hair open for them, I definitely wouldn't suggest that, because initially during the first few hours it is going to look good, but by the time you reach half of your event, it is going to be very, very messy, and then your photographs are not going to look neat and beautiful. So I try and give them a consultation prior that this is what I would suggest, and then taking into consideration their preferences also, we come to some common point wherein even their choices are taken care of, and even where I see to it that the makeup and the hair remains intact throughout the event. So that is one primary concern. But if they have any last minute changes, which is not much, because everything is mostly pre-decided during our consultation sessions, but just in case if there are any last minute changes that the bride requests for, it is only going to be a matter of, say, some minute 1920 kind of a change which they would require, but that is always taken care of. That is not at all an issue, being in the industry for so many years, and it has been an experience with various kinds of clients, various type of people all around. So being calm to their chaos is also a part of my job as an artist, to not make them feel more anxious, because they are already quite anxious on their special days, and there are so many things going around that day that we do not want to add on to their anxiety. Instead, I feel they should feel calm around their artist, because the first thing that they are going to start their day with is their makeup artist, right? Even on their most special days, we are the first person whom they are going to spend the day with. So if the day is beginning well, smoothly, with them feeling peaceful and happy, it is going to take them throughout the day.
A very wonderful explanation from you. So also tell us, ma'am, you should have worked with many high-end celebrities, many high-end events. So tell us about your experience about working with them, ma'am.
So, a bridal industry and working with celebrities and fashion or any other big events is a completely different experience altogether. When you are working with celebrities, we have certain protocols which we need to follow regarding the hygiene of the products, which is by default, we do it irrespective of whether it is a bride on my chair or a cider on my chair, whether it is a party makeup or it is a celebrity makeup. So hygiene is goes without saying, it is by default. And regarding the celeb makeups, many a times they have certain prerequisites which we need to keep in mind. Maybe their managers or the PR person looking into their work, they guide us enough in advance that this is the kind, they send us the mood boards, you know, that this is the kind of work that they want, this is the kind of the outfit that they are going to wear or they are going to carry, and this is the kind of look that they are looking for. So keeping in mind, we execute the look. But for the brides, again, it's a completely different story, as I earlier mentioned. So yes, both of them is a completely different, but both are very satisfying and very rewarding. If you are passionate about it, you're not going to feel the pressure about it.
So yeah, ma'am. Also tell us, ma'am, for brides who are going to face their marriage, tell us what are the things that they should prepare themselves before pre-wedding, and also tell us about the skincare that they should go through for the big day that is going to come in their life, ma'am.
For the brides to have good skincare, it is very important to start, say, at least 6 months prior. Because going forward closer to the event, it kinds of gets hectic for the brides with a lot of socializing, your gatherings, late nights. You're not able to sleep well, you're not able to eat at regular intervals, your hydration goes for a toss because you're not having enough fluids and liquids, because you are, it's not even their fault, because they are they are, you know, actually busy with so many things going around. So I always tell my brides that the earlier you start your skincare, it is going to help you in your last minutes, you know, that skin is eventually going to look better because you've taken care of it in the past 6 months. So those last 15 days are not going to hamper your skin as much if it is not done at all, and then suddenly with all of this, you know, all the hectic schedule, it is still going to hamper. Then you feel puffiness on your face because you've not slept enough, you are not drinking enough water, or you're not having fluids, so your gut is not cleansed, so you're feeling all the bloating and puffiness on your face. So all of that, definitely you have dark circles, then some people have breakouts last minute. So all of these things happen. So I definitely, the moment they book me, I ask them to go on their skincare. That is the first thing that I tell them to do. Yeah.
Very simple, never go for last minute preparations.
Yes.
Do 1 month before or even 1 year before, because that's what is will help you at the last minute. And also tell us, ma'am, tell us about your customizations that you do in your makeup, like in your bridal makeups, for different kind of wedding themes and for different kind of wedding destinations, ma'am.
So yeah, this is a very good question, you know, and it is very interesting for me also as an artist to play around with different kind of looks which I create for my brides. Like I said, when we do the consultations, we generally discuss, you know, along with the outfits and jewelry, we also discuss what is the theme of your event. Say for example, we have carnival or haldi, which is a very playful and a very vibrant kind of an event. So we can really experiment with the looks for these kind of makeups, you know. So I like to go with colorful liners or maybe some nice and very playful and vibrant accessories for your hair. We can add some rhinestones, small elevations like the accessories like the butterflies or the flowers, which really, you know, just amps up the entire look and just adds on to your entire vibe of the event. So yes, definitely I try and consider what is the entire decor going to be, if they have any particular theme running. So that is definitely taken into consideration, and accordingly we generally design the looks. Say for example, if you have a mehndi look, so then we can go a little more traditional, more ethnic on your entire look. Your bridal has to be a very classic look, because that is one look which you are going to look back your entire life. So that is one thing which I would not like to really experiment. It has to be a classic. Definitely it has to be a classic.
Also tell us, ma'am, consider I'm just a bride. I just want to kind of express myself the way I want to put the best makeup on me. So tell us, how can one communicate with you to put the best makeup for them? And how can they tell the vision and about the preferences so that you can work accordingly, ma'am?
So, like I mentioned, first of all, every bride or every client sitting on my chair is of utmost importance to me. It's not that this bride is less important or this party makeup is less important for me. See, because it is my work which is going out on their faces at the end of the day, is what I feel. And it is my goodwill that is going to go out on their faces, right? So once my client walks out of the door, and when people see her, and when they tell her that she's looking good and they appreciate her, it's my work being appreciated at the end of the day. So by no means I can compromise on the quality of my work for any of my client. And besides, like what you said, if they want any customization, like I already said, during the consultation we generally discuss all of this prior, that if this is the kind of look she prefers, if she is showing me any references or any mood boards that she has to show me, then I will definitely suggest, you know, because what you see on Pinterest or what you see on some models or if you see on some celebrities is not exactly going to look the same way on you. See, because their skin, their features, their hair, their personality is not you. You are an individual having your own personality. So I feel it is very important to understand the personality of the person and then do something which, you know, which will enhance their look, enhance their confidence, enhance their individuality, rather than just doing a copy paste kind of a look for anyone. Yeah, so that is my main motive.
Also, being a very famous bridal luxury makeup artist, so some of the people may come to you and they'll be suggesting like, ma'am, I just want a natural makeup look. I do not want to have any other makeup looks. Kind of confusing. So tell us, how do you handle that kind of things, ma'am?
So I try and understand, first of all, what is their comfort level when it comes to makeup. Whether they are open to experimenting, trying different hairdos or going all out, or if they want to stay in their comfort zone. So that is one thing which differentiates immediately the kind of makeup that they are looking for. And I definitely understand immediately when they say that we are not used to makeup and very rarely use makeup. We just use a basic liner, mascara, a little blush and lipstick. That's about it. So that's where I understand until what is their acceptance of doing makeup on their special days. And so there comes a balance wherein I know that I have to create a balance wherein they have to stand out also as a bride. Just doing a no makeup look wherein they are going to merge along with the crowd is not going to make them stand out. But yet making them feel like themselves and still making them look beautiful and standing out as the most important people of the entire day is where I try and design my looks.
Also tell us, ma'am, being a luxury bridal makeup artist, you should be traveling to different places. So tell us, how do you handle your travel and logistics for global weddings, ma'am?
See, schedules become very hectic during the peak season time, and we definitely keep a buffer or a margin, because last minute many lagging happens during the flights, weather conditions. Sometimes there are situations which are out of control. Like, for example, if you say last November I was at Udaipur and I was flying back, and there was this indigo, that entire drag of the flights, and people were all stranded at the airport. By God's grace, I was through, but then there were other artists from the industry who were like stuck at the airport for like say 24 hours, 48 hours, and they had continuous like a followed up booking here in Mumbai or some other place, and which they were unable to reach. So such things do happen, the things that are beyond our control. But definitely we try and keep a buffer time between each of the bookings, so that there is no overlapping in case there is some delay for any reason from the client's end or from my end, or because of any other logistical reason. So that is one thing. And normally the travel, accommodation and all is very beautifully looked up by my clients if I have to travel outstation or globally anywhere. And that is all pre-booked by them, and they are the most sweetest, I can tell you, and they really take very good care of us.
So yeah, traveling and doing work is something like a different kind of work that we should actually take care, because yes, time happens, delays happens. Because I just want to do one thing, like everything happens at the right time. We just need to wait, have some calm patience. That's the thing which I would tell each and everyone who are watching this interview right now. So also tell us about your favorite products and tools, how you work with them, because each and every makeup artist should have their own kind of favorites. So tell us about them, ma'am.
This is a very difficult question, honestly, because I love most of my products. Definitely, the products which I really love are the ones that keep my makeup hydrated, keeps it last, makes it last for longer hours of time. Products with good pigments, with less fallout, which just delivers and just stays put over there. So those are my most favorite products. So I always tell my students also that invest in good quality products, especially your base products like your foundation and the concealers and your eyeshadow palettes. They have to be of supreme quality, because a lot depends on it, a lot depends. You can maybe compromise a bit on the products that you're going to layer on the top, like your blush, like your lipstick, like your eyeliner. All of these are the products that you are adding once your base is done. But for your base and your eyes, I really suggest that you should never compromise on the quality of the product. Buy high-end products, buy good quality products. That's about it. You can use drugstore products also. There are many in the market which deliver equally well. But you should have good quality products in your vanity.
So yeah, ma'am. Also tell us, how far in advance should a bride book you as a makeup artist? Because also they'll be looking for some kind of we discussed even before, like bridal makeup trials. So tell us, what is the minimum month, or what is the minimum days that they should look for before the big events come in their life, ma'am?
Most of my brides start with their queries as soon as they have their dates and the venues finalized, because as people say, the first thing after your dates are decided and your venue is booked, the first thing you should be doing is locking your bridal makeup artist, because they are the ones who are booked out the fastest and the earliest, because we have very few Muhurat dates, in our Hindu calendar or something. As you say, the heavy dates, जैसे बोलते हैं. So these are the dates which are mostly booked out very fast, and on these dates we have multiple queries for the same day. So as an individual, we have a limitation to the number of brides also that we can do in a day. So as soon as the brides have these things clear, the dates and the venue, the first thing they do is approach us, check our availability, and if everything falls into place, like the aesthetics, the commercials, the everything, then they immediately book us. We are booked out almost, say, 15 months also in advance as of today. And there are some brides who approach us 6 months prior. It depends upon various situations, because some have their weddings just planned last minute or something of that comes up. But most of them definitely approach us way before time.
So yeah, ma'am, we have discussed a lot about makeup things that is happening with brides and with bridal makeup artists like you. So tell us, ma'am, one final question for this interview is very simple. Via this interview, if you want to convey any kind of message to the society, what will be that one message that you would like to tell to the audience via this interview today, ma'am?
I think whatever you do out of passion is always going to make you stand out. So, as artists, it is a very creative field. Everyone has a different vision, doing things that they are good at. But I think if you love what you do, you are definitely going to excel. Be true to yourself, be true to your clients, give 100%, give 200% of what you are doing to the client on your chair, to the bride on your chair. Be very humble, down to earth, approachable. Make them feel comfortable and not anxious at all. So this is what is going to take you a long way in any field, I feel, not only this creative field, but definitely this field, because it's a very special day for them. They are entering their new phase of life, and for me it's the biggest happiness to watch them be all emotional. They are happy, there are tears, there are hugs, and there's so much of things happening, and it's the best moment for me to see them the most happy on their most special days.
That's a really very wonderful kind of message from you. Of course, each and everybody who are doing any kind of work, they should be kind of being genuine is the very first thing that they should look for, and putting their best efforts. That's the second thing that they can look for. And yeah, ma'am. So people who are watching this interview right now, please do subscribe to our Women Today YouTube channel. Please do click on the bell icon so that you can receive notifications whenever I do post new videos regarding women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So today, right now, we are in Mumbai. Today's your host is Krishna, the founder of Women Today YouTube channel, hosting this wonderful interview. And today's your guest is from Mumbai. Her name is Falguni. She is a professional luxury bridal makeup artist. So thank you, Falguni ma'am. We had a really very wonderful discussion. So good evening, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much once again, and it was a complete pleasure having me over here, and it was even a good experience for me to share all of this, my journey, my entire insights on what my thoughts are about the industry, about my brides, about my perspective, and all of that. It was a complete pleasure. Thank you so much.
So thank you once again, ma'am. That's a wrap.